Hey, Tony Gaskins here, popping on in now. Listen, be filming at all kind of random times. So when these videos go out, they go out. Remember, the discounted one-on-one sessions are in the description box, so you'll see those. But I want to talk to you about this because this is something that I've never really talked on extensively, but kind of hit on it here and there. And it's something that's very important. It's something I want you to hear about and really understand. Really think about that. And my wife is out here at the thing. Let me have her pick me up something to eat. Give me one. Because one of the things that I always see is a lot of negativity in the comments from men and women. And the negativity may be like we had a guy on Instagram. I made a post. I had to block him. And the post was, I'm going to read you the exact post. And I deleted this comment because sometimes people without sense, they'll show up and just not having sense and just say, idiotic stuff just because of where they from, where they at in their life. And here's the post. Man up and settle down. The sooner a man can gain control, identify his wife, and be faithful to her, the more successful and happy you will be in life. Being with one woman in a faithful relationship will cause you to be the happiest version of yourself. I think that was the one that the post, and the guy went to talking about is high level simping and something about the Apostle Paul and Jesus in the Bible were single, and being in a relationship don't make you a man, and just really took the post out of context. And then on the flip side, I will post something and we're talking about an issue that a man has, that a man deals with, struggles with, and the influence that a woman can have in his life. And then there'll be women saying, oh, that's too much. I'm not doing all that. I'm not his mom. I'm not raising a man. When the message said nothing about raising a man, said nothing about being a man's mom. It literally was talking about a woman using her position, her role, her influence to impact her husband's life. And in our world, we have a lot of laziness. We have a lot of selfishness. We have a lot of people. People are selfish and entitled. People feel like they don't have to do nothing. They don't want to do nothing. They want everything to be set. They want everything to be in order. They want everything to be perfect. And nobody wants to have to work for anything. Nobody want to work for love. Nobody want to work for a relationship. Nobody wants to sacrifice. Nobody wants to understand that no human is perfect. And that's what we have to deal with. And that's just not going to work, because what you got to realize is you are very, very, very far from perfection. So the person you meet, anybody you meet, is at best going to be very far from perfection. So no matter who you meet, it is going to be some headaches. It's going to be some heartaches. It's going to be some ups, some downs, some fights, some fussing, some yelling, some cussing, some crying. No matter who you meet, you are going to go through, because humans are not created to get along automatically. That's why we have a thing called conflict resolution. That's why we have a thing called emotional intelligence. emotional regulation, because we have to learn and to grow in order for a relationship to work. So you got to realize and understand that you're not going to meet anybody that's ready. You're not going to meet anybody that's ready-made, that's already there. And the prime example of why not is because you're not ready. And so you got to ask yourself this. Let me ask yourself this. Do you make the amount of money that you want to make? The answer is no. So you're not ready. Do you have 100% assurance that you will forever have your job? The answer is no. So you're not ready. Do you know that your entrepreneurial field that you're in or you want to go into will never have a down cycle or go out of business altogether? No. So you're not ready. Are you at the goal weight that you want to be at? No. So you're not ready. So I want you to understand that. And if you're not ready 100%, you can't expect someone else to be ready 100%. It's not how that works. And that's what you have to understand. So people don't realize that. So you have to get to a place to where you can change your mindset. And you can say, hey, I want somebody who has the core foundation. I want somebody who believes in the God I believe in. I want somebody who has the morals and the values that I have. That's the foundation. And all the other things in the minutia of stuff, we can work on that. All the other stuff we can work on. That's what I want. That's where you got to get to. You got to get to that place to where you're able to say, hey, I know I'm not the best or the greatest. And I know I'm not going to meet somebody who's perfect, but I'm willing to do the work. Because what's happening is a lot of people are letting their pain and their frustration speak. It's a lot of people that they letting the things that they've gone through. You can't let the stuff you've gone through and the stuff you've seen online change your demeanor, change your countenance. Because when you do that, it hurts you. And so it's a lot of people who are, look like 4 flat tires on a Corolla and got all the air in their chest and be in the comment, I ain't doing it, I ain't doing that, a man ain't this, a woman ain't that. And a lot of the times the people don't have no profile picture, or when they do, you be like, you need a permission slip to talk. Like, you need to submit a permission slip before you say anything. Because you is not in no place to be talking about what you will and won't accept. Hush. We ain't trying to hear it. Fill out the permission slip. And it denied. Hush. Get what you get. Don't pitch a fit. But we have people who just be all in their feelings. And just know it all. Just want it all. Deserve it all. And there's a lot of delusion. What you have to realize, this is reality, okay? This reality. This is your face. That's what you have to realize. Like, if you walking around and men should already know that. Men should already know everything about being a man. A man should be 100% ready for a relationship. A man should be fully healed. Or the men, you a man, you walking around, women need to know that they got to shut up and follow and just stay in the kitchen and just cook and clean and all day long, and then have the most amazing sex at night. I don't care if they tired and they need to have a perfect face and a perfect butt and a perfect stomach and a perfect smile and be exotic. If that's how you walking around, and that's honestly the quiet part out loud, that's the men and women, most men and women today, but just not saying it like that. Wanting somebody who is absolutely perfect. Wanting somebody who is better than them. Listen, you can't want somebody that's better than you. You got to want somebody on your level and who want what you want. You got to want somebody who on your level and they want to grow, they want to grind, they want to get it. That's what you got to want. You got to want somebody who your foundation is the same and y'all want to build the same type of house. And I'm not talking about a literal house. Somebody be like, oh, so they got to like the kind of house I like? No. And so that's what you have to come to the realization of. And the faster you do that, the better your life going to be. The faster you do that, the better your life going to be. I'm telling you now. Because if you stuck in delusion and you sitting there and you waiting on, it's like when we watch the dating show. Now that's going to members only in a little bit, or today. I don't know when you're going to see this. But when we watch the dating show, what do we see? We see ED. And that don't mean erectile dysfunction. We see entitlement and delusion. We see people who ain't got a pot to pee in. Not a toilet. They ain't got a pot to pee in, nor a window to throw it out of. Ain't got nothing to call house or home, and be on there popping the balloon on somebody who look better than them and got more than them. We see people popping the balloon, passing on somebody over. And make sure you click the link in the description for the Love Levels Experience. Subscribe to our new talk show coming. Relationship talk show. And we see people be having 3 left toes and got the nerve to step on somebody. I mean, just be up there passing on people that wouldn't even give them a chance in real life. And that right there is what I mean by your mindset determines your love life. If you think you all that, you think you got it all figured out, you think you got all the answers, you're going to struggle. Point blank, period. If you're not willing to build with somebody, you're going to struggle. You're going to fail at life. You're not going to do well at life. You're not going to do well in love relationships. Like, it ain't about having a project. It ain't about building somebody. But it's about understanding that it's a process. It's a journey, and you got to be willing to go on it. Because you might get with somebody. A man might get with a woman who She's never cooked before in her life. But in that relationship, she realizes that y'all can't afford to eat out every night. So she gets some recipes. She gets the ingredients. She follows the instructions step by step. And now her spaghetti came out right. Then she do lasagna. Then she do shrimp Alfredo. Then she do casserole. Then she do fried chicken. Then she do chili. And the stuff coming out right. And you might taste her food and it's like the first, few months, it's a little too salty, a little not salty enough. But then guess what? Give her a year. And then she get better and better and better. When I met my wife, she couldn't boil an egg. Now she cooked an entire Thanksgiving dinner and it be good. So it's like, that take time. That take time. When my wife met me, no college degree, no real direction, making $20,000 a year or less for the first 5 years of our relationship. Now, life totally different. Give it time. You got to be able. See, listen, and people always say, and this what upset me about dummies online who is stupid. Whoever said I'm not dating potential is stupid. Because let me tell you something. That's all you're ever going to be able to date. Dating potential does not mean that you are getting with somebody who is complacent and don't want to grow. Dating potential means a woman gets with a man who doesn't make the amount of money he's capable of making one day. Dating potential means a man gets with a woman who doesn't have the domestic skills that she will develop one day. That's what dating potential means. People get so sassy and so arrogant. I ain't dating potential. What do you think you are? You are potential. You're not a finished product. You are potential. You're 50 pounds overweight. That means if you're looking for a relationship right now at 50 pounds overweight, you're asking someone to date your potential. If you make $50,000 a year right now, you're asking someone to date your potential. If you're trying to get to 100, if you're unemployed right now and you want love, you're asking someone to date your potential. See, the thing about it is, the people who say they're not dating potential don't realize is that's all they have to offer is their potential. See, that's why I got to be the one who come on here and tell y'all that a lot of the cute, catchy phrases that y'all are framing your life around, that you're basing your life on, like I'm not dating potential, is what's keeping you single. And then you will have idiots who tell you I'm keeping you single because I'm telling you to be realistic. And it was one of my clients, students, who thinks she all that, talking about I'm keeping these women single. No, just because I'm not telling women to be whores and to be sleeping with a man that's not their husband, don't mean that that's keeping them single. Because guess what? I talk to men all the time who waited until marriage for sex. And so a man will wait. What they do wrong, though, is they don't speak truth to power and tell their woman that she has made her abstinence a god, or she has made her virginity a god. So when she gets married, she still is practicing the same mentality and the same mindset of being abstinent, because it became an idol. It became her self-worth. It became who she is. It became her claim to fame. It became who she thinks she is. And that's why men end up getting hurt, because they'll wait on a woman and then she gets married and don't want to have sex. And if you're that woman, you need to shift your mindset and you need to pray to God for submission and surrender, so that you can be intimate as often as possible with your husband. Because the Bible tells us that a man nor a woman should deny their spouse their body, because that is what keeps us out of sin and from temptation. So if you're not giving your body to your spouse, when your spouse desires your body, you are provoking your spouse to sin, and blood is on your hand. God will hold you accountable for living in sin in your holy matrimony, because there should be no withholding of your body, male or female, when you are married. If your spouse desires your body, you have to serve them with a smile. That's Bible. That a man nor woman should deny their spouse their body, because that's why we got married, so that we don't burn. It is better to marry than to burn. And see, that's where people go wrong. But guess what? That's also potential. That's also, and what I mean by potential is, a lot of people don't understand that. So a lot of people don't realize, hey, you're going to have to come off of something. You're going to have to change. You're going to have to grow. You're going to have to stretch. You're going to have to get uncomfortable. A lot of people don't realize that. And so we get to this place to where we're not doing what we're supposed to do, because we done told ourselves we ain't potential, and don't realize we are potential, and we got to change and grow. We got to be better. We got to be different. We don't realize and understand that. And so that's where you got to come to the place and to the realization, so that you can understand what it's going to take when it comes to and so when you shift your mindset and you start to you become lowly at heart. And what I mean by that is you become humble, and you understand that you're a work in progress. You understand that God loves your potential spouse just as much as he loves you. And when you understand that you're imperfect, that you're not all of that and a bag of chips, then you're able to approach dating more humbly. And you're able to see a person the way God sees them. You're able to see them for what they're truly worth. You're able to see them for who they truly are, and not for who you think they should be. And you're able to see their heart. You're able to see their growth. You're able to see their progress. You're able to see and hear their heart's desires and who they want to become and who they're working to become. So you're able to see this person as a canvas where a masterpiece can be created, instead of looking at this person as a finished product who is unworthy. So instead of seeing their potential, all you're seeing is their current production, not realizing that all you are is potential waiting to produce. So that's what you have to realize and understand. So once you get to that place to where you understand that you're going to have to build. And here's the thing. I don't want no Build-A-Bear. I don't want no Build-A-Man. So by saying stuff like that, you take and you misappropriate. You don't fully connect with what that means. So building a man in a way that you should not do it is getting with a man who is a grown adult and is choosing to be in a life of crime. And he lives with his mama, or he could live on his own, but he's choosing to be a criminal. He's skimming credit cards, he's selling drugs, whatever it is. That's building a man. When you get with a bum of a man, when you get with a man who has character, you're not building a man. You growing with a man. He's not a Build-A-Bear because he makes $30,000 right now. He's not a Build-A-Bear. He's not a Build-A-Bear because he haven't bought a house yet. He's not a Build-A-Bear because he don't have a full hairline, because he's not the height that you want him to be. So no, you should not build a man with bad character and who is making bad decisions consistently as a grown man. Absolutely not. But see, when women say that, you shift your mindset, and your mind takes it as, if he's not where I'm at in every area of life, I can't be with him. And that's what you're telling yourself. And on the flip side, for the men, the man is saying, if she's not where I'm at. And see, for men, it's more so. Sometimes for men too, it's business too. It's a money. Men want a woman with money. Some men like that too. If she's not where I'm at, when it comes to the money, and it's a lot of men who could have a wife and they don't want a wife. Like, it's a single podcaster that's out there, and he's dating and talking to another single podcaster. But that other single podcaster is connected to 100 millionaire. And so, and that single podcaster is unattractive. But the other single podcaster is dealing with this other single podcaster because of the connection to the 100 millionaire. And this single podcaster want to get put on. So that's why that podcaster dealing with the other one. I'm talking about real people. I just ain't saying names. And so I seen that. But the reason why the single podcaster want to get put on is because that person has seen other people do that. Marry into money. Have seen men marry into the money of a woman. So some men are also wanting a woman to be a 6-figure or 7-figure earner to get his hand in marriage. Some men are not married because they waiting to be a wife. Some men waiting to be a wife. Some men looking for a woman who has more of a following, more influence, more status, more money than them. Like Torrey Roberts. That's what he did with Sarah Jakes. He got with her because of her name and her status. Because let me tell you something. I know Torrey Roberts. Torrey Roberts' ex-wife is prettier than Sarah Jakes. She just had a little more weight on her, but still didn't have a lot of weight. She's about built almost about like the girl that I showed y'all on the review from yesterday. She was built about like that. And I said if she lose her about 20 pounds, she'll be unstoppable. That's how Torrey Roberts' ex-wife was. She just had a little more hips. Couldn't even see no stomach on her, but pretty. Naturally beautiful. She prettier by beauty construct, societal, but than Sarah Jakes. But guess what was in Torrey church? Women that will make you trip and bust your lip. They looked so pretty. When I tell you that man church was full of, because it's in Los Angeles. When I tell you that man church was full of the prettiest women you'd have never seen in your life. But see, he wanted money and fame. He wanted status. So, but for a man, what a man who is a provider and a go-getter care about is character and beauty. That's what a man be wanting. And sometimes we want unrealistic beauty. And that's where we fail at. So here go this brother. He want that fame. But because I done called him out, and because people probably telling him I called him out, he's staying in the background for now. But you give it 10, 15 years, when we get in our golden years, he finna sit Sarah down. And he finna be up there with that no anointing preaching, running his mouth. And if they ain't got no prenup, and he get to the place to where they worth 100 million, and he could have irreconcilable differences, he gonna divorce them. Anything that they build together, that he really building off her back and her members of the Potter's house, because her daddy stepped down, he gonna divorce them and walk away. Because I can already tell what kind of woman she is. A man don't want that kind of woman. I hate to break it to you. Man really don't want that kind of woman. So I already know he regretting it. Because his ex-wife's spirit way more pure and better than the new wife's spirit. And I'm calling names because this is a grave offense to the body of Christ what they did. And they should have been reprimanded and set down. Because biblically they in sin. Because both of them was married. And it's one thing to get remarried and you have committed that sin and you in the pews. But to get remarried and you in the pulpit in front of millions of people a year, that's a different call. That's a different mantle. And so you got to be careful with that. And I believe God forgive us. I believe God can forgive us for our ignorance, for our selfishness, for our bad decisions. I believe he could forgive us. He could forgive us and restore us. It has happened before. We done seen it. But that right there is a thing that men are doing today. It's a lot of men waiting on a woman who could put them on. And the reason why that has shifted, the reason why that has changed is because of men not being responsible, reliable, and accountable required women to fend for themselves. So in the defense of themselves, women have climbed the corporate and social ladder. So women have become self-made millionaires and self-made billionaires and self-made 100,000aires. And because women have done that, now men see an opportunity. Because it used to be to where only a man could earn real money. But when that shifted, and then it started to shift by the tens of thousands, and then by the hundreds of thousands, and maybe now by the millions, men started to see an opportunity. Lazy, ungifted, untalented men started to see an opportunity of like, hey, we can come up. And I'm praying to the Lord that that demon never jump on me and try to take me from my wife to go get me, put me with a rich Jezebel. And it's tempting. When you think about it, it's tempting. Because as men, we get tired too. We get tired of working too. But guess what I found out? The women who got the money, they tired. They want a man so that they can rest. Look at Jeff Bezos' ex-wife. I think they say that lady done gave away, I don't know if she done gave away 70 million or 70 billion. How much money has Mackenzie Scott given away? 26 billion. For those y'all don't know numbers, right? 100 million. 100 million. You got to go 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, up to 100 million. From 100 million, you then got to go another 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 to 200 million. Count it up now. If you had 1 million right now, what you'll do with it? With 1 million, you'll be in the lap of luxury. Listen, 1 million, 2 million, up to 100 million, 200 million, 300 million, 400 million, 500 million, 600 million, 700 million, 800 million, 900 million, 1 billion. You could live 50 lifetimes off $1 billion. Off $1 billion. This lady has given away over $26 billion to thousands of nonprofits since 2019, with a large $7.1 billion announcement made recently focusing on education, economic security, and climate initiatives through her platform Yield Giving, which offers large, unrestricted grants with no strings attached. I'm finna be on Yield Giving today. And so this is the thing. What the sister is doing. Think about that now. Think about that. Y'all, I got to pause. I'll be back. I'm finna go visit this Yield Giving and see what kind of applications on here. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. I'm Mackenzie Scott. Make it hard to get into that money, boy. Got to keep building on my own. Hey, link in the descriptions. We trying to send us a donation. We need to get our little safe house up or something so Mackenzie could see us. Cause woo, when she see me, Mackenzie, and one of y'all know Mackenzie, tell her come on now, trying to do something for the hill community. And so look what she doing. The woman got all this money and don't want it. I have found that every woman who don't got money, they want money. But doing what it take to get money, they don't want to do that. And when they want to do it, they don't want to do it for long. I done had so many six-figure women tell me, Tony, I'm tired. Tony, I'm tired. Because that's not how God built the woman. People take Proverbs 31 out of context. That woman, that was a description of a lady that the woman wanted her son to be with. But when you really read that, nobody doing that. When you really read Proverbs 31, ain't nobody living like that. We can't get y'all to get up for 5 o'clock in the morning to save y'all life. Get up 5 o'clock in the morning and go out and exercise. Go out to the marketplace. Go out to sell and hustle and grind. Child, please. Y'all be rolling out the bed 20 minutes before it's time to go. Can't get you to touch a treadmill, meal plan. Don't know how to work a sewing machine to save your life. But be Proverbs 31, Proverbs 31, Proverbs 38, Proverbs 83. It's like, come on now. Proverbs 13. And Proverbs 31 ain't that easy now. Read it. Go spend some time with it and read it in other translations. And look at the description of that lady and you tell me how long you want to do that. But that's what a lot of clown men looking for. They looking for a hustler. They looking for a hustling and grinding woman. And guess what? When we get that woman that we thought was a hustling grinder, guess what happened? This right here. The breadwinner, working all day, every day, take care of my wife and her mama. And I thought I was finna come up because she said she wanted to be a doctor. Now I'm the doctor. That's why I had to wear my scrubs the other day talking about I'm a heart and a brain surgeon at the same time because I'm doing coaching calls all day long. And so guess what? That's what happened. The man get the woman he thought had money, and the woman say, I want to give all my money away, like Mackenzie Scott. Or the woman say, I'm ready to sit down. I'm tired. So that's why you see a lot of times people be like, oh, she got her own money. That's why you see rich women get with a rich man, because the woman want to sit down. Here go the billionaire. He took his butt over there to Serena Williams because all that money she was making, and then she retired on it. But yeah, she's still gonna touch millions from endorsements and all of that. But now they saying she put her name in the hat to start back getting drug testing. So that means she might make a comeback. Because guess what that money do? That money spends. And she ain't make that much to just never have to work ever again. So that's why she doing these commercials and all of that. But guess what? Her money could go down. The same way these NBA players who made over 100 million money could go down, her money could go down. Because she also investing, and some of them investments don't pay. I bet she done lost millions in investments. So that might be why she missing the game and want to come back and just at least be able to hit all these little small tournaments where she'll get 250 to $1 million easy because of her name, even if she losing the whole thing. But guess what? He came over there, and now he got to be the breadwinner. Now he got to be actively working because she done retired. And eventually she going to have to retire for good. And guess what happens when you retire for good? You got to live off your investments, which ain't always no guarantee because investments go up and down. But you don't get endorsements forever, consistently. Those are up and down because it's going to come a time to where the companies are tired of looking at Serena Williams and they're going to get the new hot young thing that's out there with him or her. They gonna grab that hot young star and Navigator gonna replace Serena with somebody else. They not gonna have Serena in Navigator at 60 years old. Probably not even at 45. So think about it. Now he gotta figure out a way to make money for the rest of his life for when she wanna kick her feet up. And that's what happened to men who got that greedy mindset. It end up backfiring. And so that's why you got to shift your mindset as a man, and you got to want to be the provider. You got to want to take care of your woman. You got to want her to be able to sit down and rest in her feminine and kick her feet up. And for a woman, you have to want to be the battery in a man's back. Because you got to think about this. Think about what you asking as a woman. You asking a man to provide for you. You asking a man to be there for you emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially. On what strength is he going to do that on? The strength of God? Right. And what man have you met that tied in with the Lord? When you got Prophet Brian Karn out here giving women trichotillomanias, and then you got Jamal Bryant out here having babies with strippers and then getting remarried while he in the pulpit. You got William Murphy III playing trap music in the pulpit. You got Marvin Sapp locking the doors so you can't get out unless you give money. These are our pastors. You got Torrey Roberts on his second marriage. You got Keon Henderson on his second. These are our pastors. These and you got gay pastors in Atlanta. Then you got other pastors who are heterosexual for the public but gay in private. I done met some of them personally. So these are our pastors. So what man you think you finna meet that's so close with God that he not gonna need your touch? That he not gonna need your femininity. That man doesn't exist. That man was Jesus Christ. You can't marry Jesus. So guess what you're gonna have to do? You're gonna have to build with a man. You're gonna have to grow with a man. And you could semantics, tomato, whatever you want to call it, but you not finna find no man that is all the way perfect, all the way where he need to be. He not even gonna be halfway where he need to be. You're gonna have to lock in, strap in, and go on a journey with a man of character. Here's the thing: as long as he ain't cheating on you or abusing you, that's all you need to worry about. Is this man honest? Is this man loyal? Is this man faithful? If he is that, don't worry about nothing else. Y'all strap in and y'all go. Inquire about his character. You want to know from his friends and family what type of man he is. That's what you want to know. That's what you want to know. You want to know that right there. You don't want to know. You ain't got to know nothing else. Nothing else. You want to know. Y'all got to forgive me. So that's why you got to shift your heart. And your heart got to be pure. You got to shift into a pure space and place. It got to be pure. It got to be real. And you got to be realistic. Like, you got to understand that you're not where you supposed to be. So you can't require your future spouse to be where they're supposed to be. You have to understand that you're going to have to work. You're going to have to grow. You're going to have to scratch, fight, and claw. And if anybody is honest with you, they're going to tell you that they went through HE double hockey sticks to get to the point of peace in their relationship. If anybody tell you they ain't never had no fight with their spouse, they lying. And that they relationship has crossed 10 years and they fully 100% happy and they ain't never had no fight, they lying. If they telling you they ain't never thought about divorce or they ain't never thought about breaking up or they ain't never came close to it, they lying. Meaning they're not happy. Their relationship is not peaceful. Their relationship is not happy. Their relationship is not real. Their relationship is not authentic. They could be in a relationship. They could be together. Everything could be going great. But if they never had no fight, they never went through nothing. Let me tell you what that means. One of them or both of them gay. And they just with each other as a cover up. Or one of them broke and the other one rich. Like, listen. I mess around and meet Mackenzie Scott. Lord, don't let me meet her and see. Guess what? The devil gonna make it happen. It might not even be the Lord. It's gonna be the devil because he gonna be like, oh, this what it's gonna take for Tony to pull his Torrey Roberts. It's gonna take Mackenzie. And like, listen, now listen. I'm gonna fall before the feet of the Lord. If I meet that Mackenzie Scott, if I meet her and she's single. And she give me the eye. I'm gonna be on here on a 5-hour live with the intercessors. We on here, Lord, we come before you. Lord, we come on in the room. Everybody in the room. I'm gonna need all the intercessors. I met around, cause listen, that kind of money, that money will make you not want love. That kind of money there, you'll be like, what's love got to do with it? You that kind of money. Woo! But the thing about it is, think about it. What is it? It's just money. Like, what can you do with it? Like, if I sit here and I process it right now, and this is what women be doing, be requiring a man with money. But think about it. If I process it right now, if I had Mackenzie and I had her money, what can I do? Nothing. Mackenzie ain't finna let me buy no yacht when she giving away $26 billion. That let you know she not into that kind of stuff. That let you know she got what she got with Jeff, but off something pure, off something real, off out the mud, out the ground. Like, Mackenzie ain't finna let me get no yacht. She ain't finna let me get no private jet. And then at the end of the day, for what? Buy the yacht and end up the Titanic. Buy the jet, end up crashing. And chasing money. Like, worrying about money. Like, that's why I try to tell y'all, like, you got to worry about character. So when I talk to my wife, it's like this right here. It's like, hey, listen. I got to make sure. Yeah, I'm going to tell you like right here. If I ever catch you cheating, you ever do something like that, I'm done with you. Like, and I don't count cheating, talking to somebody. I count cheating a sexual affair. That's what I count. I don't even count it because you're going to go through stuff in your relationship to where you might fall into some emotional cheating in your relationship. And what I mean by that, to where you might be talking to somebody as friends and that becomes your safe space. That's very realistic. It's not right, but that is realistic. Like, that happens every day in people's relationships. But if you unzip your pants as a man to insert into another woman, or a woman unzip her pants and let a man insert into her, relationship over with. Relationship over with if it comes out. If it come out and you find out about it and you choose to stay, woo, God bless you. Keep your head up. Now, you might choose to stay. You might choose to stay. That's on you. That's on you. Me, I'm up out of there. Got to go. Got to go. I'm up out of there. Up out of there. So listen, this is what you got to realize and understand. You got to know. You have got to know. And realize that your mindset will determine your love life. You have to be hopeful and you have to be realistic. You have to be knowledgeable. You have to know that you got to be able to know and be able to say, hey, you know what? I'm not perfect, but I'm looking for perfection. And that's not right. I'm not where I need to be, but I'm looking for somebody where they need to be. And that's not right. I need to look for somebody who's on the same journey that I'm on, the same path that I'm on, at the same point in the marathon that I'm at, so that we could lock hands and we could run this marathon together. We could fight together. When I say fight, I mean persevere. We could persevere together. We can grow together, go together. We can encourage one another. When he or she trip or fall, we lock hands, so I'm tripping or falling. And I'm helping them up. We helping each other up, and we going. We getting back to it. I need to look for somebody who is on my level, at my place and space, who wants better for themselves, wants more for themselves, and are committed to growth. That's what I want and need. That's what I want and need. And when you get to that place right there, you're going to meet your person. You're going to meet your spouse. The reason why you're not meeting your spouse is because you're not being realistic. And you wanting more than you deserve. You expecting more than you deserve. You expecting more than you have worked for. You expecting higher than the level that you own. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. So that's what you got to realize. So if you don't like what you attracting, you have to elevate. You got to keep elevating. It ain't about where you at and what you got and who you is. It being better than somebody else, that's not your level though. Don't compare yourself to other people. It's you versus you. Who are you in the mirror? What level you on? You got to go to your next level. And that's when you going to attract what you want. But if you don't like what you attracting right now, that means you ain't where you supposed to be at. That means your mind is further than your body is. And you need to get there. You need to catch up. And once you realize and understand that, your life gonna change. But when you could see somebody as a canvas, when you could see somebody as just raw clay that the potter's hand got to touch, now you realize and understand, oh, it's a million options. If I see them as raw clay, if I see them as the clay where the potter's hand got to touch, if I see them as a blank canvas where the masterpiece got to be painted, oh, it's a million options then. But if you waiting on a masterpiece, if you waiting on somebody already created, already made, already amazing, you'll die first. That's what you got to realize and understand. But hey, this is general information. If your situation is unique, different, you probably are an exception to the rule. Click the link in the description. Grab you a session while they discount it. And I don't know if I'm going to ever go back up to my normal price, but I think what I'm going to do is retire. But my retirement will just be for seasons. It'll probably just be for a month or two. Then I open my sessions back up. But hey, all the important links in the description. God bless you. Keep your head up. Make sure you subscribe to the Love Levels channel. The link is in the description. We'll talk soon. God bless you.